So in the actual process, it's actually also the same thing. The signing request, right, needs to have a CS signature so that it will become the cert. So in the actual case, these are sent to a CA, right, trusted CA for the signature. In our case, because we created everything ourselves, so we use our CA to generate the cert. So these commands were actually sort of like creating the server cert. So it actually had two inputs, the CSCRT, CSS, and the CA key. It will produce two, it will have another input which is a server.csr. Then it will produce the server.crt. So if you look at the OpenSSL, right, the CA, alright, the dash config actually uses our own, right? It's actually called myCA OpenSSL.cnn. It's not the default. So this is the one that we copied, the OpenSSL.cnn that we copied to our folder in task 1. Then the policy actually use policy anything. So this is a more loose kind of policy that doesn't have much restrictions. SHA-256. The days, let me see. Okay, I think I changed it to 1 year. Alright, in the text file that I put, I did change the days to 1 year. This is really up to you. You can just do any year you want, but generally what happens is the actual website certificate will not be that long. It's unlikely that you will find a website, for example, the UOW. The validity period is only up to the 2027, and possibly a two years certain. Then you go to other websites. For examples like SIM website is up to 2026. This is a 1 year certain. Okay. So it's unlikely that you will find a certificate that actually has like 10 years. 10 years usually is actually the CA certain, the self-sign certain. So I changed it to 1 year. But anyway, it doesn't really matter in the experiment. Then input is the certificate signing request, right? The key. And you output the server.crt, so this is the server cert. Then you are using the CSS and the CA key. So this myCA OpenSSL is the config file that we copied from here in task 1. We also make changes. We uncomment one line. So to copy the extension field for this case, we will uncomment another line, right? The copy extension. Later we will do that. After that, you can actually use this command to test it out, to see, actually not test out, to view. Okay. So task 3. Okay, one of the things is I didn't rename the OpenSSL.cnn file. I used the original file. If you want to rename, it's up to you. We go to uncomment the copy extensions, equal to copy. So I come here. This is the folder that I'm actually working in. I remember I didn't change this OpenSSL.cnn file. If I do a gedit OpenSSL.cnn so that I have the GUI versions easier to work on. just search this field called copy extension. It's here. Alright, this one. Then you just uncomment this one. Just again, it's just an uncomment. So copy extensions equal to copy, which is here. Okay, this one. You can also check out this one, the policy anything, which is here, the policy anything. You can search. So you want to be using this policy anything. That if you look at all this, this is like all optional. Alright, if you put a supply, that means you are expecting that that it actually needs to have this field. But for our case, we put all of this as optional, so it's not needed. Besides the common name, which is actually a must. Right, you can see that even the email address we put as optional. So we this is pretty loose. Save it. So if you look at the task tree text box, check the policy anything. Uncomment this copy extension equal to copy. Run this command. Right, basically I just copy, paste it in my right place, right here. Config file using the OpenSSL.config in the current folder instead of default. Policy use the policy anything so that most of the fields are optional. Days I change it to 365 days. Using the server.csv, certificate signing request, output server.crt. CSV is ca.crt, CA key is ca.key. Enter. Passphrase, alright, passphrase, the one that you created for the CA. That's why you need to remember the passphrase. If not, you redo again the form with faster. Then you will actually output all this. So if you look at this validity, 1 year to 2026. Subjects, the country name, the organization name, the common name. Okay. This is what I created just now for the certificate signing request. So now if you look at the subject key identifier and the authority key identifier, they are different. Alright, except the CA cert, the CA certificate. Then we have the alternative name, which is the certificate signing request that we have created just now. Okay. So I put a note here. This is actually the output when I actually run the file. Then you can use this command to check. Again, this is given in the lab guide here. Right, again, what do you check? You check now it is not a request, now it is a certificate. First, this is a certificate. The signature algorithm is SHA-256. The issue, right? The issue is the root CA, right? It's a CA that we have actually created just now. Somehow I use some weird name called www.7ca.com. The validity is 1 year because 365, right? The subject I follow exactly as a text box. This is actually my name, but you should actually use your own name. RSA key, instead of 4196, we use the 2048 for this case. Subject alternative name, there are 3 names. Remember this, you must have your common name here. Or you must have a common name. If not, later it will not work. Okay. Right, so far so good. Okay, so let me wait a while before we move on. Right, again, you can open the server.crt. You can actually open the server CRT and compare with the CA CRT. I put them side by side. Expand out the details. So one thing you will notice for the CA, right, on my left side, right, is the subject and the issuers are exactly the same. For the server CRT, the issuer is the subject of your CA CRT. The subject name is actually from the certificate signing request. So this part actually have issue certificates, fingerprints, private key info. Right, one of them is 496, the other one is 2048. Just to show that the CA actually have a higher level of security. But usually, but not necessary. Because some of the CA, they are pretty long ago. And here actually your extension, there's some extensions in here. You got a subject alternative names for the server.crt. CA.crt don't have that. You got a signature. Something that you can compare once you created your CS cert and the server cert. So task 4 is actually to deploy the cert. in the real website so that we can see. This part actually we can actually try out both. So one of them is using the default certificates that are already set up. Okay. The other one is to use the certs that we have created. And let's just try out this part first. Then this one, to use our own certs from the previous part, right, we will do it after the break. Okay. So you look at it, this is what is the command by UOW. The certs are already set for demonstration. If you want to use the generated cert from the previous 3 tasks, right, you will manually copy and paste this to the directory. Right, so we will do this later. We do the default one first. So in this task, we'll see how our key certificates are used by the website. So we'll set up HTTPS website based using the Apache server, which is already installed. So inside the container, we have a bank32.com website. So Apache server can have multiple websites and host, but it needs to know the folder, the directory. So this is done via what we call virtual host, located in this etc Apache 2 or sites available directory. That's this one. So there's a file called bank32 apache ssl.config which contains this. So this file actually tells you that the directory root of this website is under here. The server name is called www.bank32.com. Then the alien, right, both alien. The certificate, alright, is actually bank32.crt and bank32.key. Port 443 is the default HTTPS port. Then the server name is the name of a website, document root is where is it, and so on. Okay, you need to tell Apache where the server certs are stored. So in the Docker file, right, you can actually copy the bank32 CRT and bank32 key should be there. So to make the website work, you need to enable Apache's SSL module. So run this command. It should already be run, but you can run it again. Doesn't matter. But then you enable this particular site. To start the Apache server, you run service Apache 2 start. Then you need to key in the password set. So the default one, the password is DEN. Okay. So let's try this. First, you go to your container. There's only one container. Go to container, just check that this is already turned on. It should already be turned on, but let's just run it again. Okay, so it tells you that the module SSL already is enabled. Then you need to start the Apache 2. This one we need to start. Okay, the password is DEN. You can actually check. Let's see where is the. There's a folder called etc Apache 2 sites available. Right, there's a folder called Bank 32 Apache's SSL. If you look at what is it, okay, this is like your this is like the lab guide that you had. So you got one more, but it doesn't matter. This is just a server edition. Then in your VM, alright, in your VM, you got to go to this etc host file. Alright, go to etc host file. Just run the sudo gedit VM. Okay, this is my VM. I just put it at the end. The line is here. Right, this line here. Just ignore the rest of the line. Right, the line is here. Right, www.bank32.com. So that means when we are going to bank32.com, it actually points us to this IP address, 109.0.80, which is your container IP address. Okay. Mine is already changed. After that, you use Firefox. Right, I may have already done this. Right, you use a Firefox. Oh, maybe I remove it. Alright, https www.bank32.com. So then you'll see the potential security risk ahead. Alright, you'll see that. Which is correct. Which is correct. If you look at the advanced, or if you look at the advanced, it will show you that the okay, what does it tell you? Alright, there's an unknown, right? Unknown issuer. This is an unknown issuer. If I go to the warning cert, the logs, connection not secured, so you go to more info, I click the view certificate. I will see that this bank32, this is the default, right? The default containers, that is already set up. Alright, container. So the issuer name, alright, the issuer name, the common name is www.modelca.com. So that's the warning. So what do we do? Alright, you go to import. You go to import this, alright, the model ca.crt in the search folder. Import it. This is actually under the lab setup image www. So in the board, in the lab setup that you set up, that you set image www inside actually have a search folder. Under it there's actually a model CA. Right, so you go to import as well. Okay, so how do you import? You the lab guide Printer actually have this, so this is actually faster, you just copy it. Or you copy from the text, right, in the Firefox. Come here, all the way down, use certificate, authorities, go to import, go to find the files. For my case, is actually under the image www cert model.ca.crt. Alright, you got to import the model.ca.crt. Open. Then it is actually a root cert. Remember to click the trust. Alright, to click the trusted part. Okay. Click OK. Click OK. Then after that, you close your Firefox. Close everything on Firefox, open up again. Alright, go to Bang 32 again. You should see there's something like this, right? Hello. So this is the first part. So later we will use the cert that we have created to do that. So from here, if you want to look at a cert, right, you go to click the lock. That's part. More info, use certificate. You will see there's a change. The common name www.bank32.com, the issuer is actually www.model.ca.com. Then you click the model.ca. This is the seednet that I have already created for us. The subject name and issuer name are both the same. So it's created in 2020, right? It's valid until 2030. Okay. So you should see this. You go to certificate change, you will see the certificate here. Okay, then it's time for a break. And after that, we will continue with the task force. Right, the second part, that we'll use our own certs created to make this thing work. So there are a couple of things to be done.